So I wrote Quarantine like a year ago, actually. And it was like 3 a.m. I was drunk. Uh, and yeah, just kind of like wrote it from this real, like dark place. And my manager hit me up after I finished the record the next morning. It's like, yo, I fucking love this song, man. I don't know about the title though. Like, I don't know if anybody really knows what quarantine means. Like, I think we should change the title. And, I'm an artist, so I'm like, no, fuck that. It's art. Like, that's a dope title. Like, da-da-da-da-da. It's got to be that. And he's like, he's thinking about it from a business standpoint. Like, sure, but nobody knows what it means. So, like, we need to change the title. So I ended up changing the title to Cold Mornings. So we re-recorded it. We got the studio. We did all that, did a clean version. And then, obviously, all the quarantine shit happened. The pandemic happened. And, like, kind of like right before we actually got put in a quarantine, like we got put in lockdown, he called me like, yo, you remember Quarantine? Like, let's change that title back and put that shit out because it's very relevant, And the song, the song isn't about, I think a lot of people probably are going to hear it or see it and think that it's about COVID-19 or the quarantine, literally. But it's actually just about like wanting somebody there with you. It's about a dysfunctional relationship. And like, I want you here with me. I want to like quarantine you off from the outside world. Just let's figure this out. So anyway, life's funny. So I have like 100 songs. So it's just been trying to find, pinpointing what we're going to drop, in terms of an EP. Yeah, we're going to definitely start with an EP. I got another record coming out this month, actually. I haven't teased anything about it yet, but it's fire. It's with 94 Skirt and Jay Green, who produced Roxanne for Arizona's Arrest. And they're super dope producers. I love working with them. I've done a lot of sessions with them. It's a really, really tight record. I'm really excited. It's got a lot more bounce to it than Quarantine does. Quarantine was something I just kind of wanted to just get out there, obviously, because of the time. Cough Drop is it's a little bit more summer, and then I got another record after that that's real summer. That's like strip club, you know what I'm saying? The ratchet shit that people are used to me on the writing tip. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got a lot coming. And like you said, man, you couldn't find a lot of music on me, and I don't like that. I need to flood the streets. The streets been asking me for music, and I've been dropping these like freestyles, like every week and a half. That's like the What's Poppin' freestyle, the Pain 1993, and that's kind of just been holding people off. But I'm ready to drop some more heat. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming. That was produced by Bijan Amir, who's a super fire producer out of Toronto. That's my boy, my sweeter youth. He did Ric Flair drip, so he's a beast, man. And I do a lot of stuff with him too. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's cool, like working with a lot of producers as a writer, and then also being able to work with them as an artist. It's definitely a blessing. So yeah, I'm excited to start dropping shit, man. I really, really pride myself on my ability to run a session. In terms of just vocal producing, engineering. I work with this, so the guys that actually produce Quarantine is a producer group called the Morgue, but they're also just incredible engineers and vocal producers as well. So early out in my career, I was doing 6 sessions a week with those guys, just like literally from like 8 p.m. until like 5 a.m. every day, over and over again. And, they work at Warner Brothers and Atlantic and with some of the biggest artists in music. And so I just learned so much from them, just like watching their process, engineering and like how you're tracking and recording and how you grab, doubles and harmonies and playlisting, and then vocal comping. And I learned so much from that it's allowed me to implement that in sessions, where, I get in a room and I'm like, excuse me, engineer. And I'm just like, all right, let's go, and I think, when I started getting in some of these bigger rooms, it was, I think a lot of these producers were kind of tipping their hat like, damn, okay, he can handle himself in the room and he knows what he's doing. And I think that has kind of it's elevated me as a professional, you know what I mean? Obviously the creative that's there, you know, but at the bottom, it's like you get in a session, it's like, all right, how are we going to get a record? And I think that kind of helped me, you know, figure out, yeah. But also, one more thing, I had a session with Ricky Martin, and obviously it's like fucking Ricky Martin. Like, how cool is that? I was so excited, man. I get there, and you know, you hear a lot of horror stories about the industry, and just like, you know, the monsters at the top who are just like assholes. And I got in a room with Ricky, bro, and he was just the fucking coolest, most down to earth dude. And he just like, we started the session, the first 30 minutes, we were just talking. You know, he like played me this video that inspired him, that I wanted to kind of inspire the record. And just, it was some perspective for me as an artist, as I climb, you know, it's like, all right, man, like when I get to be that, when I'm Ricky Martin as an artist, and I got people coming in the room, you know, he don't know who the fuck I am. Maybe he heard of me, but probably not, you know? So I got to remember, obviously it's corny, remain humble, remain solid. I don't think you got to remain humble, but you got to look at he was looking at me like a peer, you know what I mean? And, you know, when you get in a session, it's super important. Artist, producer, writer, you got to check your ego at the door. It's not about you. It's about the song, you know? And that's something that I definitely need to hold on to as I become rich and famous as fuck, because I'm going to. So it's like, you know what I mean? I gotta make sure I channel my Ricky Martin always, you know?